like a personal attack. I was like, he's saying I'm no good, not the leads are no good. He's saying I'm no good. My business is a reflection of me, and I just got all fritzy about, super unsure. So I logged in and I pulled all the leads from Facebook.
I got my man Jeff Miller, who owns probably one of the coolest, most innovative, most interesting agencies. Like, I got to hand it to you, Jeff. You're a real OG in that regard of like
Appreciate it.
Actually innovating and finding out new cool ways to do shit and getting like just super creative with your stuff. Runs an agency called Cool Beans Digital for dentists. And as well, you got obviously a huge cult-like following in the Facebook ad world, sharing all your secrets and all kinds of value and shit.
I will tell you what, I was in Scottsdale, Arizona, and a guy PM'd me on Facebook, and for some reason it popped up and it came through. It usually doesn't. He's like, I see you. And I was like, who the fuck is that? He's like, I'm in your group, and I'm staring at him like, what is happening? And it turns out it's a fellow named Brian Millhouse, who's like pretty cool. But I was like, oh my God, this is like pretty nuts. But yeah, man, it's turned into like a spam that has become a thing, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are the best, by the way. I call it niche celebrity, where people know who you are in like a little niche, but you don't really have to like worry about, like, I heard Eminem one time saying that he was taking a shit and a hand reached under the stall and was like, can you sign my CD here, brother? We got the cool kind of celebrity, which is like, if you go to the conference, everybody at the conference knows who you are, but when you go home,
your wife doesn't know who you are. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what happened. You go home, your wife is like, I don't care who you are. You're going to take out the trash. You're like, but everyone thinks I'm famous. Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you because I've watched a little bit of your evolution in the last year, and you're just up to some really cool shit that I think a lot of our people could really benefit from. And the first thing is I wanted to talk about a few little things, but one of those is I love what you guys are doing with GoHighLevel. So every agency owner has faced this challenge, which is you generate leads for a local business and they have no fucking idea what to do. And there's all kinds of different ways. Like, I've tried over 10 years to deal with that, in terms of like, they don't answer the phone, they don't call people back. And then what ends up often happening is like 3 months later, there's this pissing match of all your leads are bad. No, you suck at answering the phone. And you've taken a more proactive approach by actually using GoHighLevel and sending hey, dentist, you lost fucking money because your front desk didn't answer the phone, in a very polite way, of course, but doing a version of that. I would love to hear just your thoughts on what you were thinking when you came up with that.
So way back in the day, my first big shot, like the really big shot, was this doctor in Miami, Florida. He had a chain like 14, maybe 15 physical therapy locations. People go and get their feet, hands, shoulders, all that stuff. Like, that was his specialty. They get them fixed, and he'd build the insurance company. Everybody's happy. And he's famous. It's really cool. This is like the big deal. And I met him through a person of a person of a person. My ads hit him. He calls me. I call him. I end up pitching him, his CMO, and his CEO. And we're just talking about the wallet out, ready by button to see customer campaign. And he comes on board, pays the $4,000. And of course, 30 days later, he sends me a text message, just a question mark, saying, what's going on? We haven't had any ROI. I'm personally paying this out of my pocket. What's going on? And at this point, I was a lot more unsure of myself, a little bit less steady with myself and like the place in the universe. I took it as like a personal attack. I was like, he's saying I'm no good, not the leads are no good. He's saying I'm no good. My business is a reflection of me, and I just got all fritzy about, super unsure. So I logged in and I pulled all the leads from Facebook. Like, I downloaded from the CRM, and I opened up ClickSend. And I did a mass text message to everybody. Hey, this is Jeff with blank company. This company, but me. And I'm just following up, making sure you're taking care of. How's your experience with blank company? Did anybody get back to you? And we sent out like 60 text messages. And we got 10 messages back immediately saying, nobody called me back. Nope. And then we got like 4 or 5 that are like, yeah, I just came in. It was great. And 2 or 3 others like, yeah, I just had my surgery. Thanks. This seems like a winning campaign to me, but he had no clue. So what I ended up doing is I recorded a video of me scrolling through the results, proving to him that my sneaky survey, that's what we called it, was functioning as intended, catching missing pieces. And we got a whole bunch of people saying that they never got a call back. His voicemail to me was like, Jeff, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't trust people in this town anymore. Everybody's lying to me. They said they're calling everybody back. Your people are saying that they're not. And I had no idea people came in. I had no idea we made money. And then he ended up renewing for another month, another month, another month up, another month. And I was like, damn, man, that's pretty cool. Like that anger functioned into a business process or a cool toolkit or a Google Doc I can use in the future. And that became the sneaky surveys to fight Sharon. And Sharon is the front desk receptionist that is treated unfairly and very poorly, but you know what I mean? Like, it just sucks.
Yeah.
So that was version one. And we call them sneaky surveys. And there's ways to set up to where it's automatic. Like, I can send a sneaky survey out every 3 days, every 14 days, or as needed, but it was always after the fact. It was never before. It was never during. It was never immediate. It was always like a couple days later. And with this version of the agency, I really did not like the idea of me going through the huff and puff of creating the ad, targeting, making sure the price was competitive, doing the custom research, running the campaign, having the CRM set up, hiring an operator, getting the operator and the lead on the phone, and then doing a live transfer, and then having nothing go through. And so I went to the CRM, and there's a little drop-down menu you can add into your CRM, and we call it live transfer status. And there are two options: live transfer successful, live transfer attempted. And the way we set up our business, and I went to the operators, like, when you do a live transfer and somebody picks up, you're going to mark live transfer as successful, and it will send a text message. Hey, we just completed a live transfer. This lead opted into a $15,000 ad. Your operator's on the phone with them now. Follow up with your operator. Cool. But the other menu option says live transfer attempted, which sends a text message saying, hey, Dr. Blank, we just tried to do a live transfer to your office during normal business hours. This lead opted into a $15,000 offer. We tried to contact your operator, but nobody picked up. We've told the lead that your team will call them back. And the doctors now get text messages saying, we just tried to do a live transfer. Jeff's doing his job, and nobody on my team picked up the phone. And that happens instant. Like, as soon as the live transfer happens, they get a text message saying they got it, or a text message saying they missed it. That has allowed me to always be on the winning side. Even if they cancel, even if they're angry at me, is not my fault. And like, that helps save your emotions a lot. I think a lot of agencies like wild swings of problems, coupled with like Facebook and YouTube and all that. But all of a sudden I was like, okay, at least I know this thing is working. At least I know we're making deliveries. Like, Amazon will deliver your stuff whether you pick it up from the front door or not. And that's what I felt like. So I felt very confident with that. And for everybody watching, if you've got this client that is like always complaining that the leads are bad, maybe the leads are bad. I get it. Maybe they are 100% fine. But you should do a sneaky survey out to everybody, every single lead, mass text. I use ClickSend, but now you can use GHL or Twilio or whatever you want to do. And do a big old text message. Hey, this is Jeff with Blank Company. Just checking in. How's your experience with Blank? Did anybody call you back? Were you taken care of? And just blast it out. You'd be mind blown. Every time we do it, there's like 5 or 6 people saying, I want to buy. Nobody called me back. Even when they did get a call back, they still said they didn't. Fine, right? And then in your internal way of working, you can set up your CRM to like automatically send that text message. You'll get dentists calling you back immediately saying, I'm so sorry. Like, we were on the phone. I'm so sorry we didn't pick up the phone. Yeah. My staff was super busy. I know, like, it's a hard time. I go, Dr. H, I hear you loud and clear, but you got to find a way to pick up the phone, man. These people want to pay you. And he's like, okay, we'll do better next time. I'm aggressive. He's on the back foot, which is almost never the case because doctor, lawyers, accountants, pedigree, degrees feel like they are up here, and we're always going to be down here because we don't have this like stamp of approval. It's really the other way, but that's just how they view it. So if I can present data and evidence on demand, all of a sudden it's like, I know my business works, and that helps with the selling, that helps with proof. And there are some times when I'm doing my sales song and dance, and all I'm doing is I'm pushing play. And I'll push play on the really, really good live transfers. Like, hey, my name is Blank. I'm really interested in XYZ. I saw the ad. I've got money set aside. I've got a 750 credit score. I'm looking to buy in the next 90 days. I should bring my mom. All right, we'll call them. And you can listen and you can push play. Hey, I just want to confirm this is you. Okay, great, fine, perfect. And we try to do a live transfer and it picks up. I go, Mr. Johnson, like the same campaign. If you can pick up the phone, then we can know if this works for you. 3-month minimum, what do you say? And then they say, okay. And they sign the same day. So it's that type of opportunity. But if you don't have that way of working, your feedback system is your self-doubt, where you're like, I don't know if this is working. But with this way of working, your feedback system is It's customers saying, I'm ready to pay you money and let's boogie. So there you go.